Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. My name is Shelby Marybeth. Today's video is going to be super fun. We are going to be decorating for summer and the 4th of July. We are also going to be doing a ton of cleaning throughout our entire house. So this video is packed full of cleaning motivation as well for you. So get up, get going with me. Let's do this together. So I'm starting by taking down all of my spring decor. Yes, I still had Easter eggs hanging from my fireplace. So we are taking this down. I'm going to be packing it all away. And this greenery I'll be putting back up here, but I love taking everything off of an area so that I can give it a good dust and clean before I put decorations back up here. Our fireplace is one of my favorite areas to decorate for each season or holiday. I also love decorating around our coffee bar, which is just a little area I put together to the left of our kitchen. So I'm just cleaning up as I go today, but I'm going to tidy up the kitchen first, and then I'll take down all the decor around our coffee bar. Whenever I take seasonal decor down, our house always feels so empty, but I love having a clean slate to put up new decor, and I get so excited with the change of seasons because of all the seasonal decor that I love to decorate with. Here in Florida, we don't really experience all the seasons. It does get a little bit cooler in the winter, which is nice, but it's technically just summer throughout the entire year. And in the summer, it's like the surface of the sun. So I get excited by decorating our house for each of the seasons. It's how I just visually see the seasons changing, especially in fall. I love those fall colors. But right now we are focusing on summer. I'll be decorating a lot for the 4th of July right now. So I'll have a lot of red, whites, and blues. Later in this video, I'll also be decorating our front porch, which has been totally neglected recently, so it is a very satisfying before and after. But anyway, every single 4th of July, our family has a big party here in our house, and we usually have fireworks and a huge barbecue. So let me know what your plans are for this 4th of July, or what you did if this video is after. I always take pictures of my drawings beforehand, but it still doesn't make erasing them any easier. But I do get excited about putting up a new drawing each season. I started these seasonal drawings a long time ago. We've lived in this house for 7 years, and I started this in my apartment that I lived in for 7 years. So I had actually taken a chalkboard contact paper and put it on all of my cabinets in our apartment. If I can find a picture, I will put it up right here for you guys to see. I've always enjoyed making these drawings, so I knew as soon as we moved into our house that I was going to need a chalkboard to make all of my seasonal artwork. So I have already basically tidied up the kitchen, but I need to tackle all of these dirty dishes. But of course, the dishwasher is full of clean dishes that I need to put away first. I love putting away our dishes first thing in the morning, and then I'm able to just put the dirty dishes straight into the dishwasher. And then at the end of the day, I don't have a sink full of dirty dishes. Being completely realistic here though, it does not always happen, especially since my kids are only 4 and 2 right now. Most of the time, our mornings are spent getting breakfast done as quickly as possible because they get so hangry in the morning. They can barely wait for breakfast, let alone wait for me to unload the entire dishwasher. So most of the time I do what I can when I can, and I know that is good enough. I still had a little bit of room in our dishwasher, so I went ahead and took some of the leftovers that went bad in our refrigerator and put them in so that I had a full load to run. I have a few things that are too big to fit in the dishwasher that I need to hand wash, so I'm just starting by wiping down the area where I'm going to put a nice clean towel for my hand washed items to dry on. I'm usually too impatient to let things sit on the counter to dry, but I also love to hand dry all of this glassware because otherwise I get hard watermarks all over it. So if I dry it with a towel, then it stays nice and clear. There is no better feeling to me than a nice cleared off countertop so that I can wipe everything down, clean underneath everything, get all of those crumbs, and have a fresh, clean kitchen that is ready for me for the rest of the day. This is the last bit of countertop that I need to wipe down, and then I get to focus on all of our decor. So I laid out all of our spring decor on our table. So in a little bit, I'll be able to put all of that away so that I can bring out all the summer and 4th of July decor. So here is our completely empty home. It always feels so empty after bringing down all that decor, but I love having a clean slate to be able to decorate for the next season. So I'm starting to put away all of our spring decor now, and I actually have to play a huge game of Tetris. Basically, we are really limited on the amount of storage we have. So I just basically try to fit as much as I can into one box so that I can save as much space as possible. So wherever you are in the world, I'm curious what your storage solutions are. I feel like we're limited here in Florida because we can't have a basement. if we did, it would be a pool because we're so close to like ocean level. We have attic space, but it gets scorching hot up there, so I'm always a little hesitant to put anything up there. So currently I'm using my son, who is 2, Owen's closet, and I know he's eventually going to need it, but maybe not. Maybe I can hold him off and just give him another dresser or something if he needs it. But I'm using the closet space in there to hold all of our seasonal decor.
What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no war.
So the tote I'm going through right now is actually all of our Easter supplies. So I reuse my kids' Easter baskets. I reuse the little plastic eggs for the egg hunt. So I'm just making sure there's nothing in this box that I don't need. That way I'm saving even more space by not storing anything that I'm not going to be using.
Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream.
So here's all of our Easter supply. It already takes up a lot of space in here, but I'm gonna do my best to do a little Tetris maneuvers and get a lot of this to fit in there. Some of this decor I'll actually put just around our house, like all the flowers that are next to the box. I end up putting on our bookshelves and everything, so I don't have to store away as much decor.
Trees aren't green, the ocean is gray, sky is a vague blue, come my way. My room is a mess, it could use a hand. My favorite TV shows to capture in. I know I must get it right, must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise, I think I'll let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems, no, I can't make it through. Every night it's the same, I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems, no, all of my problems, no.
I'd use these flowers and this greenery for my spring decor, but I would consider them to be more of an everyday kind of decor. So I ended up using them in and around our living room, on our bookcase, and they look great. I'll show those later. Anyway, I had made a quick Hobby Lobby run. I've picked up just a few things to help me decorate for summer and the 4th of July. And I'm bringing out my 4th of July tote. So these are all the decor items that I saved from previous years. Whenever I'm decorating for a new season, I always lay out all of my decor on the table. That way I can see each item, and it just gives me a better idea of how I can use it around our house.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane.
So I have all of our decor laid out here on the table. When I lay it out like this, it always looks like a lot, but it does all fit in one box. These are all the items that I got new from Hobby Lobby this year. A lot of this I'll be using on our front porch and our coffee bar, so I'm excited to add a few things.
And a sparkly shimmer on her skin, restoring everything within.
So I'm starting with our fireplace, and when I decorate it, I like to use a lot of layers. You'll see me reuse this piece a lot. It was up here before with my spring decor, but it just gives a lot of contrast between my dark fireplace and any decor that I'm putting up. Sometimes if I have darker decor and then it's on the dark fireplace, it all just starts to blend in, and then you can't really see the decor. So that white piece I got from, it was like a Home Goods or Marshalls or something along those lines, and I reuse it a lot for each of the holidays. It's such a great piece to be able to add some contrast. I love putting garland around our fireplace, and everything looks better in threes. This white piece of garland I love because I can also reuse it for so many different holidays. I've used it for Christmas, I've used it for like Valentine's Day, like you name it. It goes well with everything. A lot of the other decor that I've gotten to put on this fireplace for the 4th of July is actually from Hobby Lobby, and their decor goes like 80% off right after the holiday, and I will pick it up and then save it until next year. So like that big USA sign and those big stars I got, it was about like 80% off or something. They were so cheap after the 4th of July was over, and now I'm able to use them in my decor, and I did not have to spend an arm and a leg for them. I'm super happy with how the fireplace turned out, so now I'm going to focus my attention on our coffee bar area. It looks so empty right now, but it's not going to look that way for long. After the 4th of July is over, I'll probably redo another drawing here that'll be more summer related, but for now I decided to go with a nice and simple 4th of July theme. So I'm just starting by sketching my Let Freedom Ring, and then I like to fill in my font from there. I have always associated the 4th of July with fireworks too, so I'm going to draw a whole bunch of fireworks around my font and keep this drawing nice and simple since it's not going to be up for very long. I don't think I've spent a 4th of July without fireworks. We always end up going to a fireworks show, or whenever we've had a party here at our house, we have a big barbecue with hot dogs, hamburgers, watermelon, all of those just summer foods that you think about, and fireworks.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete.
After doing a lot of the bigger fireworks, I decided to do just these small little 3 little circles to kind of fill in all the blank space. And I'm doing it with red, white, and blue to go with the 4th of July theme.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here?
I'm always left with a bunch of chalk dust to clean up after my drawings, but it comes up really easily with a microfiber towel. I decorate this area for every season, so I've made it super easy on myself. I've attached 2 command hooks to the top of my chalkboard here because I usually like to put some sort of garland along the top, so those command hooks make it super easy to just hook the garland up to the top there.
What can you do when you're head over heels in love?
Since this is considered a coffee bar, I decided to decorate it with just a couple of the plain white mugs that I have. And then this table runner is new this year. It's from Hobby Lobby. I got it when it was 40% off, and of course it's probably even more now. But putting a table runner here on our coffee bar is also one of my favorite things to decorate with. It really just breaks up a lot of that dark wood color that I have around our house.
Down to the river.
So as I was decorating, my kids completely destroyed our porch. I really needed to sweep and clean out here anyway, so I just took this as a perfect opportunity to clean out here in today's video. So my kids are 4 and 2, and they just throw things everywhere. I don't know how to stop it, so if you have any recommendations, let me know. I'm definitely going to be going through and decluttering a lot of their toys again very soon. I'll probably do like another whole house declutter with me. I know you guys loved that video when I made it the first time, and I definitely need to go through everything again. But I just want to make it as easy as possible for my kids to clean up themselves, and I just want to make it so that I'm not constantly picking up the same things all the time. The chairs and everything are pulled all around the porch because they have been all about making forts. So I don't know if you could tell, but that was a fort around their little playhouse there. But since the chair was already pulled away from its normal spot, it gave me a good opportunity to sweep behind it because this porch is covered in dirt, dust, and dog hair. So this kid was caught in the act, just licking the window. That would be Owen, and he is 2. I don't know what brought him to consider doing that, but I guess that's just a 2-year-old for you. And the reason why I can't have nice things and I'm constantly cleaning all the time. So we had originally gotten this playhouse for Cecilia's 4th birthday, and we had planned on keeping it outside in our yard. There's not a lot of room for it in our house, and the last resort here was our porch. So it doesn't fit the best out here, but it fits, and they play with it. I know they're not going to be able to play with it forever. They're not going to be kids forever. So I am happy with it being right here. We don't put it outside because we tried that and it got covered in bugs and dirt and was getting rained on and getting like moldy. and gross, and I was constantly having to wash it off. So the porch has worked out great. It's still basically outside, but it's not like as affected by the elements, and I don't have to worry about it getting covered in bugs. Or like our big problem here is wasps, and wasps love just anywhere they can stay dry, which is inside this house. I don't know if I've introduced Daisy to you guys before. She's our little calico cat. She spends the majority of her time outside now, but she is 14 years old. I adopted her from the Humane Society when she was 2, so I've had her for a long time. I had her when I lived in my apartment by myself, and then obviously when we moved here, I brought her with me. But she spends the majority of her time catching lizards for me and leaving them at the back door. I'm almost done picking up all the random things on our porch back here. My kids managed to bring out a whole bunch of things that don't exactly belong out here, so I had started making a pile by the door so that I can bring it all back in together. I still need to sweep this area of our porch, but first I need to just pick up the mats that I have here, and I'm shaking them off outside so that I don't have to sweep up any of that dirt that those mats successfully caught for me. I have thought about putting just one long runner from the screen door to our sliding door right here, and I feel like that would catch a lot of the dirt that my dog brings in and my kids too. But I think just having a porch that is open to a lot of the elements, especially with how hard it rains here, it just sends in a whole bunch of dirt, and I'm constantly having to sweep out here anyway.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you.
My last video was actually a rainy day clean with me, or a rainy weekend rather. We had like 4 days straight of just rain. It rained so much that it flooded our street. We couldn't even leave our house. So in my last video, I spent the entire weekend just cleaning our house, and I made it into a super motivating video for you guys. So if you missed it, I will make sure it's linked in the description. But anyway, it was raining sideways onto our porch, and you would think that that extra rain would wash everything off, but instead I feel like it just brought all the dirt and the pollen from the trees and coated our entire porch with it. So this was the top of our hot tub, incredibly disgusting and dirty, so I'm glad I got all that off. I ended up turning my towel here inside out and completely wiping down the entire hot tub again, just to make sure I got everything.
Can be here with you, everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer.
The best space saver I have ever gotten are vacuum seal bags. So I had a couple of 4th of July pillows that I got on clearance a long time ago, and I put them in a vacuum seal bag to save space. Instead of buying full pillows anymore though, I've been looking more into just pillow covers. That way I can just cover our everyday pillows with whatever holiday it is, rather than these huge pillows taking up any more space than they need to. Our back porch has been nicely refreshed and cleaned. I'm going to focus on our front porch now. It definitely needs some TLC, tender loving care. This mat is completely worn down. I have some just mold growing on the side. That planter has flowers that are annuals, so they don't bloom again. I needed to change them out. Our door was covered in bugs and cobwebs, so this is the area people come to our door and it's the first thing they see. So I wanted to clean this up and make it way more inviting.
Give me love, give me all.
So I'm starting by just knocking down any spider webs or bugs that I can see with my little dusting wand. I don't know what to call this. It's just like a little circle brush duster, and it works great for getting all those bugs. And then I'm just taking our hose and washing down everything too. So I wanted to get our porch nice and wet. I'm also washing off as much dirt as I can with the hose first, and then I'm gonna take some soap and really scrub it. We always get these beetles and bugs that like to burrow in the side of our pavers here where the dirt is. So I'm actually using the hose to spray a lot of those bugs out. I like to keep things as simple as possible, and I don't like keeping a whole bunch of different cleaning products, so I'm just using some regular old dish soap to really scrub the rest of our porch here. I really want to get a power washer to really go at it, but I decided to use the dish soap with this was like the best scrub brush I could find. Basically, it was a head off of our steam cleaner. It has some really stiff bristles on it, so I felt like I was really scrubbing the tiles here and getting up a lot of that dirt that was just stuck.
I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing under the night sky, when you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud, talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud, talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder, love a little louder.
So I may have used just a little bit too much soap, but I'm just washing off all the bubbles now. I definitely think a power washer would be better for this area, so if you guys have any recommendations for power washers, definitely let me know. I think I might just rent one from Home Depot. I know they have some heavy duty ones that you can get there, and I have so many things around the outside of our house that I would love to take a power washer to.
Don't wanna be shy,
So I've had this big pot in front of our house for a long time. The longer grass in the back I keep there. That is a perennial, so it lasts year after year. And then the front flowers, I usually fill the pot with annuals, so seasonal flowers. So I will be changing those out now. Typically I pull these flowers out and I'll put them into a compost pile. I would love to start growing my own flowers rather than buying them from the store every year, but I never get around to actually remembering to plant the seeds. So anyway, here we are. I got some new flowers from Lowe's that we will be planting in here in a little bit. I'm just cleaning up this pot first. There are some leaves in here that are dead, so I'm just pulling those out and cleaning it up.
In this moment, gonna lay here on the grass.
This pot has been sitting in our backyard so long that the weeds have taken over. So I'm going to pull all these weeds out so that I can plant some new flowers and bushes in these pots. Whenever I'm planting anything new, I always bring it into the grass because I always make a mess with all of the dirt. So it just makes the cleanup so much easier because I'm not going to have to sweep up all the dirt that I would have spilled everywhere. So this white pot, I decided to put this little shrub here, and I love it because I can like prune the top of it into any shape that I want. I'll probably keep it in that sphere that it's currently in. I just think it's so fun. I love plants, so I just think that the addition to this on our front porch is going to make it feel so much more just warm and inviting. It's not only just like a summer plant, but it'll be like an all year round.
I'm always feeling homesick. All I know is this is where my heart is.
I'm just taking out some of the dirt from this pot so that I have some room to put the new flowers that I got for it. I do reuse all of the dirt that I can. So this dirt I will be using for another flower pot. I'll also fill it back in around the flowers that I'm putting in here.
And perhaps I'm going back, but I don't have to be chasing every dream that I have. Oh, no. 'Cause the thing is I've got more love here than I can bear. Ooh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you.
I think this flower is going to need a bigger pot than I was anticipating, but I'm still tickling the roots, and I'll put in some extra new dirt around this flower pot, but I'll probably have to replant this one sooner than later. So this is one of the new items I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to layer it on our porch. So I'm going to put this down first, and then I'm going to put a welcome mat down on top of it. My kids helped me pick out the welcome mat. It has Mickey Mouse on it, and it is summer themed. Anything that brings an extra smile to my kids' faces, I am totally willing to get. So I got this one from Lowe's, and it matched that mat perfectly. I also got this wreath, and I'll do a closer up shot here later, but the little pieces on it I think look like eagle feathers, and it looks so cool. Now I'm just moving all of my plants back. I did play around with the placement a little bit because I felt like it was too crowded at first when I put them next to each other, but that's how it is with anything I decorate. I feel like I have to move things around until it looks good. So if you made it this far in today's video, definitely let me know in the comments. I read and reply to every single comment whenever I can. If you got motivation from this video and really enjoyed it, I hope you hit that thumbs up for me. I love every single one of those. And if you're new, I hope you consider subscribing. I make a new weekly cleaning, organizing, or decorating video every single Sunday. I upload at 10 EST, and I will see you next week in a brand new video. Bye!